Hello guys, you're welcome to another beautiful day with me, Obinje O on Obinje O Talk. I'm a relationship enthusiast. I create content on love, life, marriage, and basically everything that has to do with relationship. And I just want to use this opportunity to thank all of you who are actually back here once again. And to those of you who are seeing me for the first time, thank you. I'd only use this opportunity also to tell you, if you do not mind, you will go back my previous videos and listen to basically everything that I have talked about. And I hope you do get to subscribe to my channel. And of course, when you subscribe to my channel, do not forget to click on the notification bell so that every time I post another video, you'll be notified. Trust me, you'll enjoy basically everything that I have to talk about when it comes to relationship. And to my returning subscribers, without you guys, I probably would have logged off YouTube. For sure, you guys don't want me off this platform, so you keep coming back for some more sauce, some more pepper spice, and you know what I'm talking about. So thank you and thank you. So let's go on to what we have to talk about today. Today I'm going to be talking about a number of things that you and your partner, you and your spouse, or whoever it is you're in a relationship with, and you're locked up in this particular period of time that we are in. I'm going to be outlining 10 things that you guys could do, to keep the fire burning. Yeah, keep the fire burning. I'm going to be talking about things that you could be doing, within this period of time so that you don't get to feel all the stress, all the depression, and all the negativity that we are actually all going through right now. And of course, when you do not really know how to handle this stress or these signs, it affects your relationship. And to tell you the truth, a number of relationships are actually going to be broken. A number of relationships are actually going to make it out of this situation that we are faced in. And of course, every one of us knows basically what I'm talking about, that we are going through in the society, in the world right now. So like I was saying, a number of people are going to be so much and so badly stressed out. And if they really do not know how to handle, or they don't deal with whatever stress or whatever it is that is getting to them, is obviously going to affect their relationship. And that's because yes, with what is going on in the world right now, lockdown has been placed in a lot of communities, in a lot of countries. So if you're watching me from one of those places where you've been on lockdown and you're with your partner, you're with your spouse, you'd understand basically what I'm talking about now. The stress is just too much. And having to be with your partner, your spouse 24 hours for every day is enough stress on its own. So that's what I'm talking about. A lot of people are not going to handle this situation well focused, well balanced, and your relationship needs you to be balanced. Your relationship needs you to be focused so that it can actually be up and going, so that when all this is over, we can come out of it and be smiling. And not just coming out of it, we are coming out of it with our relationships intact. So like in a nutshell, what I'm just trying to say is that the survival of your relationship after all of this depends on you and your partner, you and your spouse, put together. And that's why Obinje O here, yeah, you know me, your relationship enthusiast, has put together actually, I did put together a number of activities or a number of things that you and your spouse could probably be doing within this period of time, so that you get to unwind, you get to release the stress, you get to bring down that depression or whatever it is that we are all feeling at this moment. And trust me, each and every one of us is feeling it or reacting to it differently. So not to be at loggerheads with your spouse or your partner, not to be tensed. You could do a number of these things that I'm going to be talking about shortly. And trust me, it's going to help in a way to reduce whatever it is you're going through. It's going to build your relationship together. It's going to, make you people probably see your relationship from a different angle. Remember that as husbands and wives, or couples who are dating that are living together, every day when we wake up, the greater part of the day we spend it at work. So when we come back, we have little or no time to actually spend it with our partners or our spouses. And the whole cycle continues every day. So it's different that time as compared to now. Now, we've, our normal, our everyday schedule or normal lives that we've been used to has, been caged, and we've been given the abnormal to, live with. So that's the abnormal I'm talking about. You just have to, be up and going within this abnormal time, so that you make the most and the best out of this time that most of us can't figure out what to do. So let me not rant and blab too much. Let me go straight to the number one thing that you probably would want to be doing with your partner, your spouse, or whoever it is that you have that romantic relationship with during this period of time. The number one thing that you probably would want to, do is go for short walks. Yeah. Back in the days, these were things that we maybe or maybe not might have been longing to do, but time was never of the essence. We never had the time to do it. You know how your schedule is, you know how it was back in the days. So even if you did plan short walks with your partner, it never sees the light of the day. But you have the time now. So forget the fact that there's a lockdown in a number of, societies, in a number of communities. You still have the opportunity to go for short walks within your vicinity, within that area where you live. And the good thing about these short walks, you get to talk about things, you get to laugh about things, you get to, bring to light certain things that probably were, at the back of your mind during these short walks. And of course, don't forget to go out well protected. You wouldn't want to have to go out and pick whatever it is there, bringing it back home to your home and to the society which you live in. So you might want to go on these short walks with your partner, with your spouse. After all, we all know that once in a while, these short walks have a way of, reducing whatever stress, reducing whatever it is that we are going to. So how much more when you take your partner with you and just go some few blocks down from where you're staying and talk about things that you just would want to talk about and not necessarily want to talk about in the home. So taking a short walk with your partner is something that you'd love to, consider every once in a while within this period of time. The second thing that both of you would want to do might be, talk about your goals. Talk about your individual goals and talk about your goals that you've set together. This is an opportunity whereby you get to, revisit whatever goals you had set for yourself in the beginning or in the time past years. You get to reevaluate your goals and see how far from your goals you are, or how near to your goals you are, or you get to even see if individually you have surpassed your goals. And also you guys can get together and talk about your together goals, your family goals that you had outlined in the past, and get to see how, like I said, how far or how near from those goals you are. And of course, if there are anything, and if there are things that you'd want to, put into your goals, these are the times to, sit down, talk about it. Because like I said earlier on, when this is all over, we want to come out of this strong. We want to come out of it, well prepared for the life ahead of us. This is also a beautiful time for both you and your partner to, set new goals. I mean, as human beings, the only thing that we got going for us is the life that we are living, and of course, we just have to keep on moving, moving, moving. So when you check your individual goals and your together goals or whatever it is, you've been able to, pinpoint areas that might need some kind of changes, or to see areas that you might have surpassed. It's still a good time to set new goals. Because when all of this is over, life begins. We are not going to have this free time. I'm going to use the word free time because it's actually a free time. We're not going to have this time again to, sit down together, or have the luxury of time to sit down and talk as much as we would want to. So sit down and talk about your goals and set new goals. Another thing you probably would want to do is dance together. Yeah. When was the last time you did dance? When was the last time you did dance? When was the last time did you release yourself and enjoy the moment? These were things you guys were probably doing when you were dating. You used to go dancing, you used to go clubbing, you used to go partying. All of this came to a very abrupt stop, probably when you got married, or the challenges of life just became too overwhelming that you never ever had time to give it into going partying, going clubbing, or going dancing. So now you have the time to do that dance. There's something I talk about, or I always like to, do once in a while in my house, and that's the mobile club. I call it the mobile club. Since I'm not really opportune to go partying or go clubbing, I take out time once in a while to bring that club into my house, and I termed it the mobile club. So this is something you and your partner could do. You could dance the whole day away. You could dance the whole night away, depending on what you want to do. Play those music, those songs that made you go get your dancing shoes out, those songs that made you, just jump out of the seat and dance. So dance, 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 dance. And trust me, you're just going to feel relaxed. And you also know that dancing is some form of exercise. And this period when we are not doing anything, we're just going to be eating, eating, eating. So when you put dancing in on the table for you and your partner, you just might, at the end of the day, be losing some, extra pounds that we are gaining. So another thing that you probably would want to do with your partner within this period of time is watching movies. Yes, you could binge watch on any series, or you could watch late night movies with your partner. Oh, sure, we do love watching movies with our partner, don't we? This is a time where we could, watch as many movies, as many series that we've always wanted to watch. All those series and movies that you have been saving, that when you get that free time to watch that weekend, you're going to watch. This is the time. I mean, every day is a weekend now. Yeah, every day is a weekend. So you could watch back to back with your partner. And trust me, if you're watching a movie with your partner, we all know how it is. It's fun. Watch as many movies that we can watch for that particular day. And if it's something that we are so comfortable with, we continue the following day. Another thing you'd want to do with your partner, with your spouse, is cook a meal together. Yeah. So now I know that there are a number of men who actually are not good in the kitchen, but this is a very good time to try it out. Try your culinary skills with your partner. You never can tell what you're going to, bring out of the kitchen. And I know there are so many snacks, so many foods that we actually go through our phones, we see, you know this is the time to try it out. This is the time to do just anything you want to do. So you could actually try out cooking with your wife, with your partner, with your spouse in the kitchen. And of course, while you are doing that, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're the one who is cooking the meal, or you could as well cook the meal. But the truth about the thing is that there's so much joy when both of you are doing the cooking together. You are both doing the dishes together. Maybe one party is, the one who is washing the plate, the other party is the one cooking, or the one party is the one who is doing the slicing and the dicing and basically anything that takes place in the kitchen. There is, some kind of joy and some kind of relief your partner is going to feel, knowing that, most especially when it has to do with women, your wife is obviously going to be very happy knowing that you've decided to, help her out in the kitchen. Even if you really do not do anything in the kitchen, just the fact that you sit down there to chat with her, to gist with her, laugh about so many things, is some kind of fun that your wife or your partner is really, really, really going to enjoy. Also, you could clean and tidy the house together. Yeah, you could clean, you could tidy, you could do the laundry, all of this, you could do it together. I know these are things that usually most couples never had the time to do together, either because one party was busy, or it just wasn't what one party, the one party I'm talking about, one party never felt comfortable or just didn't think he or she needed to do this. So this is a time, like I said, to do these things together. After all, even if you were the type who was having someone come clean your house every now and then, or come do your laundry, there's nobody to do it. That person is locked down wherever he or she is. So you just have to do your laundry, do your tidying, or doing basically everything that you have to do together. So did I say together? Yes, together. So you guys just have to do it together, and trust me, You're really going to enjoy it. Maybe when you were dating, you were doing this. So this has a way of bringing back memories of the past, and of course, you do enjoy it. So let's move over to the eighth thing you could probably be doing together within this period of time. You could play board games. You could solve did I say solve couples? You could solve puzzles together. You could play internet games together. Yeah, there are a number of board games outside. There are a number of internet games. There are a number of puzzles that you could both solve together. So this is a time where you and your partner could, actually sit down to do these things instead of saying you want to play it with your guys or your girls who are obviously and actually locked down wherever they are. So there's no movement. So you could turn that partner of yours into your competitor and enjoy it. So you'd want to try these things, and of course, as long as you're genuinely doing it from your heart, you're going to see the result at the end of the day. So let's move on. Another thing that you could actually do together within this period of time is that, yeah, you guys really want to know this? Sure, you want to know this. You could have your bath together regularly. These are things that were far fetched back in the time, because his time is not your time, her time is not your time. And even if both of you had the time at home to bath, you're probably rushing to do other things, so you can't have your bath together. And that's the very essence of this lockdown. You don't have anything you are doing outside. Everything you're doing it inside the house. So why don't you have your bath together regularly? One party could, run the bath, and both of you just hop into the bath. Yeah, and this is a very good time because you guys get to bond together. This is a time where you could have those, intimate talks that you've always and have been prolonging for a very long time. You could have it, and right now the adrenalines are, pumping and getting set for the mood. So of course, this is a very good time to talk about anything and everything that you've always wanted to talk about. And trust me, when you want to do this particular part of the things you want to do, you make sure that the kids are well taken care of, so that they don't get to come and interrupt and distract the flow. You get what I'm saying? So even let's assume that you really can't get to have your bath regularly in the mornings because the kids are up and down. You could have your bath together late at night before going to bed. And of course, you're gonna write to me and tell me, Benji, oh, that was one good thing you told us to do during this lockdown. So let's move on to the last thing you the last but not the least thing that you could do, because there's so many things that you could do. You really, really want to, get sexually intimate this season. All I'm trying to say that this is a very good time to get sexually intimate with your partner. And of course, back in the days, there were different complaints of, the stress of having to go to work, the stress of having to prepare the family, the stress of doing this, the stress of doing that. This particular point is so good, because if you follow basically everything I talked about from number 1 to number 9, then it's going to be so easy for you to get sexually intimate. Now your wife is not going to be so stressed out from the family, the family and duties that she's going to be doing. She's not going to be stressed out from having to rush to take the kids to school, have to prepare their meals, come back, cook, all those things, because you are doing the things that she would have been doing alone with her. Now you have lessened the burden for her. So trust me, as a man, if you really want to get sexually intimate with your wife this particular period of time we're in, then try as much as possible to do these other things with her. And trust me, in the night she's the one who's going to come knocking. So truly and honestly speaking, there are a number of things that you could actually do with your spouse within this period of time that's actually going to release and relieve whatever tension your partner is going through. And of course, when you're able to release this tension for them, they are not going to be backing or biting down at you. They're actually going to be more happy to have spent this beautiful time with you. I'm of the opinion that within every disappointment there is a blessing. So in as much as we are faced with this this negativity, I see a positivity coming out for some families out there. I see good things coming out for a number of couples out there. So just, find what would suit your preference as an individual and what would suit the preference of your relationship, and get going at it. Do something together that's going to build on your relationship, that's going to spark that fire, spark whatever it is that needs to get your relationship up and going, so that basically when all of this is over, our relationship will not be a statistics. Our relationship will not be surviving by the thread, and our relationship will not be hanging. We've decided to turn ourselves into our marriage counselors, our relationship counselors, our relationship therapists, simply because we did a number of things that were beneficial to the survival of our relationship. So, like I always say at the end of every video, if you have one or two things that you could contribute to the topic we've talked about today, dive straight into the comment section and tell us a number of things that couples, partners could actually do to keep the relationship going. Until I come your way again, it's a bye.